Can any day be the Sabbath of the Lord? No. The reason why I said no is a friend of mine, a Christian friend, was debating with me the other day, and he said that the Christian keeps their Sabbath on Sunday, that also the Muslims keep their own Sabbath on Friday, and the Jews keeps their own Sabbath on Saturday. That is very wrong. That his theology is very, very, very wrong. Any day cannot be the Sabbath. You cannot just wake up and begin to choose a day to keep the Sabbath of the Lord your God. In the book of Exodus 20, from verse 8, God said, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Reason why he said you should remember is because it's not any day. Now, for God to make you to understand the day he was talking about, he says, 6 days shall you labor and do all your work. 6 days shall you labor and do all your work. But the 7th day is a Sabbath of the Lord your God. In it you shall do no work. You and everybody in your household, including your servants, shall not do any work. Everybody must rest as you are resting. Now, how can we know that day? How can we know the 7th day? Everybody, even a toddler knows that Sunday is the first day of the week. If you don't know that Sunday is the first day of the week, now let's go to the book of Matthew 28 verse 1. Matthew 28 verse 1, talking about the account of the death and resurrection of Jesus. It says that after the Sabbath, as it begins to down to the first day of the week, if you read it with King James Good News Version, it says after the Sabbath, towards the Sunday, the first day of the week. So everybody knows that Sabbath is the 7th day, meaning Saturday. And then the first day is Sunday. So there is no argument in this. Anybody arguing is wasting his time. God says, this is my Sabbath, not your Sabbath. Remember, in the book of Leviticus 23, from verse 1 down to 3, he says, my Sabbath. He called it my Sabbath. Also, in the book of Ezekiel 20, verse 12, he says, my Sabbath you shall reverence. My Sabbath you shall reverence. Remember again that Sabbath is a mark of salvation. The keeping of Sabbath is a mark of salvation. You will see that in the book of Isaiah 56 from verse 1. It says, when you keep the Sabbath, you that is seeking righteousness, you that wants salvation, it says salvation is near. And that salvation is linked in Sabbath. For you keeping the Sabbath, he will mark you, that mark that will make him to know that you are his. Shabbat is not on Sunday.